Welcome, you are watching Bulozi TV, the pride of Bulozi, broadcasting to you live from MONGU, Western Province, and this is the events of the week. The headlines. Wanted suspect gunned down in MONGU. Former Vice President Guy Scotty laid to rest. The LITUNGA undertakes annual KUFULUHELA journey to LEALUI. FRS sets maize price at 347 kwacha per 50 kg bag. With the events of the week in details, I'm Kutemba Kamiji. A wanted suspect believed to have been linked to a series of serious crimes in Western Province has been shot dead by police during an arrest operation in MONGU district. The incident occurred on Friday afternoon in the Kashumba market area when police moved in to apprehend the suspect, who was allegedly wanted for offenses including aggravated robbery, murder, rape, theft from persons, and breaking cases. Police says the suspect attempted to escape by climbing onto the roof of a guest house before allegedly charging at an officer while armed with a knife, prompting officers to discharge firearms. More in the following report.
A police operation to apprehend one of Western Province's most wanted suspects ended in fatal gunfire after the suspect allegedly attempted to attack an officer while resisting arrest in MONGU district. According to police, the incident happened on Friday afternoon in Kashumba market area after officers received credible intelligence that the suspect had booked accommodation at a guest house.
Yesterday, the 24th of July 2026, at approximately 14:31 hours, MONGU police station recorded a report concerning a shooting incident that occurred around 14 hours in the Kashumba market area of MONGU district. The incident involved a male suspect only identified by the aliases Hustler and Michael Schofield, believed to be Mununga, aged in his early 20s. The deceased was a wanted suspect in connection with several serious criminal activities under investigations, including aggravated robbery, murder, rape, theft from person, and breaking offenses committed within MONGU district and other parts of Western Province. Acting on credible intelligence that the suspect had booked accommodation at a guest house in the Kashumba area, police officers mounted an operation to effect his lawful arrest. Upon noticing the officers, the suspect fled by climbing through the roof of the guest house onto a neighboring building in an attempt to evade arrest. During the pursuit, he charged at one of the officers while armed with a knife, posing an imminent threat to the officer's life and safety. Faced with imminent danger and in the lawful execution of their duties, the officers discharged a firearm in an effort to neutralize the threat. The suspect sustained gunshot injuries and was immediately rushed to Lewanika General Hospital for medical attention. Unfortunately, he was pronounced dead upon arrival.
Meanwhile, the Zambia Police Service has warned individuals involved in violent criminal activities against resisting arrest.
The service in Western Province further issues a stern warning to individuals engaged in violent criminal activities that law enforcement officers will not relent in their constitutional duty to protect life and property. Criminals are strongly advised to surrender peacefully whenever confronted by police. Any attempt to violently resist, arrest, or attack police officers or members of the public may attract a lawful and appropriate response. The Zambia Police Service in Western Province remains steadfast in its commitment to combating crime and ensuring the safety and security for all citizens. Members of the public are encouraged to continue partnering with the police by providing credible information that will assist in bringing offenders to justice.
Mike Moya for Bulozi TV News in MONGU District, Western Province.
The LITUNGA Lubosi Imuiko II has officially returned to LEALUI Royal Village from Limulunga during the annual KUFULUHELA ceremony, a traditional journey that marks an important moment in the Lozi cultural calendar. The movement from Limulunga to LEALUI signifies the transition from the flood season to the dry season, as the LITUNGA resumes his stay at the tradition seat of the Bulozi Kingdom. More in the following report.
The annual KUFULUHELA has once again taken place, as the LITUNGA moved from Limulunga Royal Village to LEALUI Royal Village. following the receding of flood waters in the Barote Plains. The tradition journey is an important part of the Lozi cultural calendar, signifying the transition from flood season to the dry season. It also marks the LITUNGA's return to LEALUI, the tradition seat of the Barote kingdom during this period. During the KUFULUHELA, members of the Barote royal establishment and the public gathered to witness the royal procession, which carries deep cultural and historical significance.
Butoka bakufuluhela kiwa butuna hulu kakuli hakuko niko ba nikomboka haiba njikusafuluheliwi. Mikamla onisizo saserozi kwanda kuli kuna niliva kaleli tuna hulu leo likapa yeliswa malozi kufuluhela. Miyo na molu toloke wakuli hakusika wafuluhela uzibe kukava ni butata wakuli kube ni mkiti wakomboka silimo sestatama muundani haukava omungata. Chwale kisizo kona malito wa mahanyelizo anachualo kubako kubaikale mane kutofita niliza zelaka chenule mi kusasebeza chualo hape.
The movement of the LITUNGA between Limulunga and LEALUI is a practice that has been preserved for generations.
The Food Reserve Agency (FRA) has set the 2026 crop marketing season buying price for Grade A non-genetically modified white maize at 347 kwacha per 50 kilogram bag and announced the introduction of a digital payment system to speed up payments to farmers. FRA Board Chairperson Sarish Desai says the maize price was determined following consultations with farmers, grain traders, consumer groups, and other stakeholders, taking into account production costs, market conditions, food security, and the affordability of mealie meal. He says the agents will also purchase paddy rice at 300 kwacha per 40 kilogram bag and plan to buy at least 500,000 metric tons of maize this marketing season. More in the following report.
The Food Reserve Agency (FRA) has increased the buying price for white maize to 347 kwacha per 50 kilogram for the 2026 crop marketing season, as it prepares to purchase 500 metric tons of non-GMO maize from farmers across the country. Announcing the prices during a media briefing in Lusaka, FRA Board Chairperson Suresh Desai said the agency has also set the buying price for paddy rice at 300 kwacha per 40 kilograms bag and plans to purchase 10,000 metric tons during this year's marketing season.
At large, that the Food Reserve Agency will buy non-genetically modified Grade A white maize from farmers at 6 kwacha and 94 ngwe per kilogram, which translates to 347 kwacha per 50 kilogram bag. 347 kwacha for a 50 kilogram bag of maize. This is what FRA will pay this year. And paddy rice will be bought at 7 kwacha 15 ngwe per kilogram, which translates to 300 kwacha per 40 kilogram.
He urged farmers to activate their mobile money or bank accounts, saying the agency is relying on electronic payment systems to facilitate faster and more efficient payments.
All farmers that sell their produce to the Food Reserve Agency should have active bank accounts or mobile money accounts or e-wallets. This should be electronic wallets, I think. To ensure timely processing and seamless transactions, the account details should correspond with the farmer's identifications and supplier information submitted to FRA officials.
He appealed to farmers to prioritize household food security by keeping enough maize for family consumption before selling any surplus to FRA, warning that the country should prepare for the possibility of El Nino-related weather conditions that could affect future agricultural production.
Retaining sufficient food for home consumption and sell only the surplus in light of the anticipated El Nino phenomenon that the scientists are warning us about.
Traders told Bulozi TV News that Mandanga is one of the largest markets in MONGU district and should not be operating without proper sanitation facilities. They said the lack of functional ablutions block poses serious health risks and inconveniences business operations. Meanwhile, market chairperson Kapalu Kamiji has confirmed the challenges affecting the market and has appealed to the government and well-wishers for financial support to rehabilitate the ablution facilities, which are currently in dilapidable state. More in the following report.
Market traders in Mandanga market have raised sanitation concerns with regards to the lack of ablutions in one of the biggest markets in MONGU. They say it is difficult for them to carry out their daily operations in the market without ablutions.
Matereti akuna mwa market ya unamo yokupanga kwa maneba boma mundongo kona konseri kutusera unaba market kwa utusera kuboshaloni nibona mazazi ake banyikwa
kuyakula mo selwazele bakuli matwaleti yakuna moma maketule kisakuti muntu ni mai vale kisamo yoki muna kumsali bona ya kwa matwaleti kwa kuliosha makwateni hukuma ukopana kwateni ni mao kali bakalanyi bakutoka matwaleti kifande twale lukapila twani.
The market traders are appealing to the relevant authorities to address this situation swiftly and improve the living conditions of the market. Meanwhile, the market chairman has confirmed the sanitation challenges in the market and has told Bulozi TV News that the available ablutions are in a dilapidated state and require rehabilitation.
Fane lunana kuli mwendi mali kulize pili zetalu zezesata kwa pata kuli kambe wako na longe onge tupene kuli matweleti yale akone kubeleka lukupa ni kubona bamuso lukupa ni bona bamuso kuli kambe babe ni konelo kamba mane bakone kulutusa kwa teni kama shenga kule mashere nyiko na alokataza sichaba samusika wa Mandanga siziele fuku inzisi chawa sisi kona kukwana 5,000 6,000 kuine kusinama toilet ipeto kibutata.
Market traders are hoping that ablutions will be rehabilitated so that sanitation in the market can be improved. Nchumunya Siaminwe, Bulozi TV News, MONGU, Western Province.
Former Vice President Dr. Guy Scotty has been laid to rest in Lusaka, with President Hakainde Hichilema paying tributes to him as a selfless statesman who constantly pressed Zambia's interest above personal ambitions. Speaking during the state funeral service, President Hichilema said Dr. Scotty dedicated his life to saving the country and played a critical role in safeguarding Zambia's democracy by upholding the constitution and ensuring a peaceful transition of power following the death of President Michael Sata in 2014. He said Dr. Scotty's legacy of patriotism, courage, and public service should inspire current and future generation of leaders. More in the following report.
Now in place, former vice presidents, all of them, irrespective of a political party, because they served this country, are now on retirement benefits. Unfortunately, Guy has left us. But obviously there are provisions on how that happens. And I think it's important that as a nation we appreciate, understand that we don't deliver as presidents as individuals. We work as team members. We have teams that work with us, and those teams matter to the country and our quest to improve the livelihoods of.
The young Young Women's Christian Association YWCA in Western Province have expressed concern over the use of children as political props during the ongoing election campaigns. YWCA Western Province Region Coordinator David Limboa says involving children in partisan political activities exposes them to anxiety and potential danger from rival political players. He told the Bulozi TV News that such practice violates the provision of the Children's Code Act. His remarks follows the circulation of a video on social media showing a minor making remarks that appeared to endorse an aspiring parliamentary candidate for Sikongo constituency in Sikongo district. Details in the following report.
As the dates for the general elections are steadily approaching, political players are widely engaging with residents. In a recent engagement between an aspiring candidate for Sikongo parliamentary seat and the residents, a video has circulated on social media showing a minor standing in front of a crowd, giving political remarks. The Young Women's Christian Association in Western Province has since condemned this practice, saying it subjects children to severe anxiety and that it violates the Children's Code Act.
Engaging children in politics, whether by coaching them or to recite political scripts like what we have seen in the video, I think for us as YWCA, it raises profound and serious concern and also implications, especially under the child safeguarding frameworks. We see a form of abuse, which is emotional abuse, especially towards the child. Before they can even have a sense of emotional maturity to process such things, it causes anxiety, severe anxiety to the child and a loss of their sense of safety. Using a child to score political points like what we have seen initially violates the rights of the child and also the right to be free from adult conflicts. It exposes this particular child to digital and real world dangers. Because imagine the remarks are directed to a political component, which means that even the safeguarding of that particular child is compromised. You never know what that child might face in the near future, because we see the child being subjected even to issues of cyberbullying and even threats of violence from either the other political players or even from strangers. We would like to call upon the Child Protection Unit under Zambia Police to investigate this issue and possibly even hold the people involved accountable.
Mike Moya, reporting for Bulozi TV News, Western Province.
The 10.8 million Senanga Aquaculture Expansion Project implemented by the Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission, CEEC, in partnership with the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock, has recorded its first harvest. Speaking during the harvest, Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise Development Acting Permanent Secretary Lemi Kamfamfa said the harvest is expected to yield over 300 metric tons of fish per production cycle. The project is part of government's efforts to enhance food security, create jobs, and promote citizens' economic empowerment in Western Province. Details in the following report.
For years, fish has remained a source of pride and a key identity for Western Province. In line with preserving that heritage, 56 floating cages on the Zambezi River, commissioned on November 7, 2025, have produced their first fish harvest. The initiative is benefiting 4 cooperatives in Senanga. Each cooperative has been entrusted with cages, business training, and support through an inclusive cooperative financing model. Senior government officials, stakeholders, and members of the community gathered in Senanga to celebrate the milestone.
It's exciting that just this 4x4 kg, we're able to get over 10 coolers. And I'm so excited that this will bring a lot of difference in the community and the household incomes.
This is the origin. So let's be the ones to export. I hope from this example, people will also do value addition. Dry fish has more value than fresh fish as it is.
So we are appealing to those that have been supported to work harder so that they're able to repay their loans, because this is a revolving fund. The repayments will then be used to further develop and buy additional cages. Our aim is to see that within the next few years, this whole area will be full of fish cages.
The beneficiaries expressed their gratitude to government for the empowerment and support they have received.
Kachenu kero utofumani aguli serutali mezivunde, serutali mezizende, sora itumela kwa muso oko nlekulu nanula.
Musebezi obaizeki omutuna wakutona nula maino haruna mwasenanga.
Lwitumela hulu kuba ECC. Ni kwa sichaba sasenanga sasikonile kuyema ni luna. Kachekulu kutulalita pizaluna kitabo yetu na hulu.
The project is being implemented by government through the Citizens Economic Empowerment Commission, CEEC, and the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock. It is in line with the 8th National Development Plan's vision for food security, job creation, and rural industrialization. Nchumanyasi Aminwe, Bulozi TV News, Senanga, Western Province.
Beneficiaries of the Citizens Economic Empowerment Commissioner CEEC and the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock in Senanga have appealed to the government for a boat to easy transport to their fish cages. Speaking to Bulozi TV News, beneficiary Daniel Mwambao thanked the government for the empowerment but said lack of a boat is posing safety risks as they rely on canoes. Mwambao has also appealed for the construction of an access road to ease the transportation of fish feed. Details in the following report.
During the first fish harvest ceremony at the 56 floating cages on the Zambezi River in Senanga district on July 23, 2026, the 4 primary beneficiary cooperatives demonstrated resilience and determination to reach this milestone.
Akusika babu nolo kuluna kuzwa folu kalezi project ye yalitapi baba mumane kuluna bazwa file konoka chako kiluna ba lwayema ni kukutula litapi za luna.
The beneficiaries are now appealing to government for a boat to ease transportation to and from the fish cages on the Zambezi River.
Fumana kulilukatalizwe kiboti aluna boti litusanga fatu mikolo twata kubeta falikota twale ko tulitusisa so nolukupa kwateni please nebe abanze baya bayinyi baluna kambe basike balulibala bayite muneluna bakone kuluvona kambe balu kasisa kwateni boti yakutetusisa.
Mwambao has also appealed for the construction of a proper access road to ease the transportation of fish feed to the cages.
Mane ni kutolu bwone akuli bakona kulukisa cha ni mukwakwa kuli rufumane bunolo wakutisanga feed alunze rufali tapiza una kwanu track ye unaniona aikoni kufita kwanu kwa kuzili tapiza una aifiti so hivi ni mafidi konji ko yemsanga samo ya kwa ulenyana kone kunanulange mutisa kwanu kwa sibaka kokwizima cages.
The empowerment was provided by government through the Citizens Economic Empowerment Commission, CEEC, and the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock. Nchumanyasi Aminwe, Bulozi TV News, Senanga, Western Province.
That news story brings us to the end of the events of the week. But before we go, let's take a look at the stories that made headlines. Wanted suspect gunned down in MONGU. Former Vice President Guy Scotty laid to rest. The LITUNGA undertakes annual KUFULUHELA journey to LEALUI. FRA sets maize price at 347 kwacha per 50 kg bag. You can always watch our bulletin on TopStar Channel 120 in MONGU, Limulunga, Nalolo, Lusaka, Chongwe, Chilanga, parts of Senanga, Kalabo, Lufunsa, and on Facebook, Bulozi TV. I'm Kutemba Kamiji. Keep watching Bulozi TV, the pride of Barose.